Hey guys, this is Kurt Stubbs with my MIT 822 final assignment. Hard to believe it's already the end of July and we're finishing up. So Module 1, Assignment 1, I decided to use Bitmoji as a Chrome extension. I do plan to use this again. The positives were I thought it was an engaging, creative, and communicative. The negatives, the guidelines absolutely need to be clear, or this could just turn into a non-purposeful activity. I wanted to use Telegami, but it wouldn't work for me. But like I said, I would use this for an icebreaker to start the school year. We are one-to-one, so all students have a Google account. I would ask them to create this Bitmoji avatar for their Google account, and then use it as a getting to know you. I would put the guidelines in, like I said, to give the class some background as to why they actually chose the design they did, make it representative of them. Module 2, Assignment 2, the hypermedia video creation. I chose Biteable. I really liked it. I do plan to use it. I thought the positives were the templates. It was simple and effective. Some negatives were adding slides. I did have some confusion there because I was using the free site and the publishing time took a good while. I really enjoyed the background music, the animations, the color scheme popped, and the transitions along with the math themed backgrounds. I think the students would find this engaging while introducing a new topic or concept to gather attention, the hook, if you will. And if done correctly, I think it can be short and to the point, not to mention after doing it once, I don't think it will take a lot of time to create more of these. Module 2, Assignment 3, tutorial video presentation. I used Adobe Spark and Screencast-O-Matic. I would use this again. The positives were it was engaging, it was easy to use, and I think it can be very impactful. Overwhelming in the fact that there was just so much stuff that you could get into and learn about with it. I thought this was a great resource. Like I said, I would definitely use it again. I might even create more slideshows for my students with this tool. I love the templates and the background options. It was easy to use, and I really liked how the text slide up and down. I used it for a staff administration tutorial on how to use Edpuzzle and get the conversation started. I'd use this tool again if asked to lead a professional development. I use Screencast-O-Matic. It's my go-to screen recording because of its 15-minute max compared to Screencastify, only 5 minutes. My aha moment came during this. The most impactful moment throughout this course for me came while researching and creating my tutorial video presentation. And it came with the cognitive overload. I realized that maybe I have been giving my students maybe too much information and not enough intentional and purposeful information, just overloading them with too much information, and maybe they do not have the tools or the skills to be able to navigate through that. Module 2, Assignment for the peer review. I really like this. Critical thinking skills, reflective evaluation skills. I think that I could implement this in my class. I'd really like my students to do more peer-to-peer reviews. One thing that I found negative is it is really difficult to criticize someone else's work, even when it's constructive. Module 3, Assignment 5, Augmented Reality. I used Story Jumper. This was one of my favorites. It was very user-friendly, really hits on those multi-sensory learning skills, and it's relative to the content area. I had some trouble placing the cursor in the text box, so I had to keep refreshing my page. And the photos weren't loading, so I was kind of having to guess and just click and try to see what was happening. I would use this again as a way to introduce a topic or a review for an assessment. Module 3, Assignment 6, the 360-degree video. I really had to stretch myself here. It was innovative, critical thinking, real world, 3D option. I think time would be an issue with creating these, and there's not enough resources that I found when it came to mathematics. I don't think I would use this again, even though I did like the assignment that I prepared, and it was fun getting to research some of the 360 videos. And then the last assignment 7, Google Earth. I really like this one as well. I would use this. I think it's very interactive, engaging. It promotes that real world situation. Keeping the students on task is a negative anytime you use something like this where you're exploring and discovering. So I would use this again for, um, you know, for my assignment, I used it for area and perimeter, but I would love to use the 3D option for surface area and volume. I think there's a lot of stuff that you can do here with this. So guys, I've had a really good time learning from you guys, and I hope you enjoy my final project.